Hi and welcome to another installment of Shooting Star. This week I am particularly excited because I get to talk about one of my favorite things, engagement sessions. Just today I emailed a bride about her engagement session that's coming up in about 3.5 weeks, and I thought I'd talk about what I share with my clients in order to prepare them for an optimal experience as I shoot. Because a few years ago I got to a point to where I was a little frustrated with my sessions because they weren't actually ending up how I anticipated in my mind. And then I realized it wasn't my client's fault. It was my own. I wasn't doing enough to prepare them in advance for what to expect at this session and for what they should be expecting of me. So I'm going to break it down into 5 sections of what I send them in this email. And it's not too long, just a few short sentences. I'm going to start with the first topic. And the first topic is to send a link or a few links to my clients that have very personalized engagement sessions from sessions that I've already shot in the past. So for instance, if my bride and groom want to have their engagement session at the beach, I'm going to send a few of my favorite engagement sessions that happened at the beach, and I'm going to send them to them, and I'm going to ask the bride and the groom to watch them in advance to know what they should be expecting for their session. Secondly, I'm going to explain that I am a natural light photographer, and by doing so, I'm also telling them that it's very important for them to show up on time. Because if sunset is slated for 7 p.m., I simply explain sunset ends at 7 p.m. I cannot shoot past that point, so it's really important. If my client showed up 30 minutes late, I cannot shoot 30 minutes longer because I'm not afforded that luxury due to my style of shooting. After I started explaining the importance of how I shoot and the importance of sunlight in my photos, I have yet to have clients show up not on time. So it's been absolutely beneficial explaining what I need to get them on the same page. The third thing that I really encourage my clients is not to worry about their wardrobe, because I feel like a lot of clients are like, what should I wear? What shouldn't I wear? Instead, I tell them not to worry, but encourage them to find outfits that match, but that aren't too matchy-matchy. So you don't want, like, say, stripes and polka dots and plaid mixed in. However, saying a few things like that, but choosing an outfit that makes them feel really good is always beneficial. I tell my clients, if you look good, you feel good, and you shoot good. Even though that's not grammatically correct, it's totally fine. I also explained that it would probably be a good idea for the bride to have a trial for her hair and her makeup. And while she's at it, it might be a good idea to get a manicure as well, because I'll likely be shooting the ring on her hand. And a lot of times, I wasn't telling my brides in advance, and the one thing I heard again and again was like, oh, I wish I would have got my nails done if I knew you were going to get that photo. And they were right. It was my fault for not letting them know. Another reason why it's good for them to get their hair and makeup done as a trial, they'll be able to see how it looks in photos for their wedding day, and they can amend things from there. So that is also beneficial for beyond just the photographic perspective. 4, I tell my clients to check out the location in advance. I have my clients choose all of their locations. I actually want them to be a part of the process because I want them to make it personalized to their personalities. And so that way I can show up and be sure that I'm documenting a space and an environment that looks very much like them. Now, I also ask them to make sure that we don't need a permit to shoot there. Again, I don't want to carry the onus or the responsibility for finding out whether or not we need the permit or procuring the permit. That is going to be their responsibility. And also, I did hear of a photographer having or scheduling an engagement session in downtown LA, and the clients or the photographer didn't know that that weekend was actually the weekend for the LA Marathon. So nobody was anticipating this mass amounts of traffic in downtown LA. So making sure that you're socially aware of what's going on in your community or to that specific area is always beneficial as well. And the last point, I like to explain to my clients what the goal of the engagement session is. Now, my goals might not be your goals, but it's important for you to list your goals to your clients so that they know what to expect and come ready for you to shoot them the way that you want them. I have 3 goals that I make sure and I outline to my clients. 1 is for them to have fun. And 2, I want to document them while they're in love. And lastly, I want them to have a fabulous time together. If they do all of those 3 things, and I'm there to document it all, I think we will have a successful engagement session. Take the pressure off them, and we have a really good time in the process. I hope a few of these tips help and you can apply it to your business. Hope you have a great week, and until we see each other next time, stay fabulous.